On this quiet, tree-lined street near downtown Oakland sits this mail package store, where U.S. counterintelligence agents say a spy ring for the People's Republic of China, or the PRC, used a P.O. box inside as a front for its operations. According to court records, the lead spy, a man named Walter Liu, lived in this nondescript house in the hills of Orinda nearby and stashed his stolen secrets in a safety deposit box located in this Bank of China branch.
They said to him, here's a list of items that we need to help grow the PRC, to make the country stronger, and we need your help to get them.
In this case, says FBI counterintelligence agent Kevin Phelan, the secret belonged to DuPont Chemical. The company spent decades and millions of its dollars developing a powder called titanium dioxide, the secret for the pure color white. It's added to everything from Oreo cookies to Twinkies, from paper to iPhone cases, from home siding to buckets of paint.
They make the white things the whitest and the highest quality.
DuPont isn't the first and certainly not the last major U.S. company to have its secrets stolen by foreign agents. We dug through millions of U.S. court records covering the last 20 years and found hundreds of economic espionage or intellectual property theft cases, including a spike in those cases in the last 2 years, especially here in Silicon Valley.
It is an overt effort on the part of the Chinese government.
Craig Fair is Assistant Special Agent in charge of the Counterintelligence Unit for the FBI's San Francisco Field Division. He oversees this secret office located on the peninsula, base for 70% of all the nation's economic espionage cases.
It's an exceptional problem, one that is getting more notoriety these days, and comes at an exceptional cost to the American economy.
Among the victims, dozens of Silicon Valley tech companies, including powerhouses like Apple, Cisco, Intel, and Genentech.
The next world war won't be on the ground. It'll be a cyber type activity.
Mark Adams is CEO of LumaLEDs, a Silicon Valley high-tech lighting company with $1.9 billion in revenue worldwide. Last year, LumaLEDs won a $66 million civil lawsuit against a former Chinese employee who stole their secrets.
We're going to defend ourselves, and I think there's a process that allows us to defend ourselves and position ourselves to be able to invest in technology without worrying about it getting stolen.
But our investigation found not every company cooperates with counterintelligence efforts here in the U.S. because they're afraid of angering China, where they have manufacturing plants and millions of potential customers. Sources confirm that dozens of economic espionage cases involving other stolen secrets over the years have quietly gone away, the public never hearing about them.
It's a threat to the viability of the U.S. as the leading world economic power.
To get a better idea about this threat, we sat down with the man who oversees national security for the U.S. Justice Department in Washington, D.C., John Demers.
What we've seen is the Chinese taking the same intelligence organizations, the same techniques, the same tools that they and other countries have developed over the centuries to spy on one another and applying them to commercial espionage.
Demers says 90% of these cases are based out of China, and no company, no matter how large, is immune from the threat. How many get through the cracks? How many do you not catch?
There's some aspect of that you don't know, and there's some investigations continue. But this is going on a very wide scale.
Which brings us back to the color white.
We approach these cases as national security cases.
Counterintelligence agent Phelan now works out of Paris. He says theft of these secrets by foreign spies threatens entire portions of the U.S. economy.
It's being able to protect these jobs that people have in Silicon Valley. In this case, it means entire towns in places like Delaware and Mississippi, and Tennessee.
We found just such a town, New Johnsonville, Tennessee, population 1,951, where Chemours, formerly DuPont, employs about 1,000 people, the largest plant in the world manufacturing titanium dioxide, or the color white.
What would happen if that plant shut down?
It would probably shut everybody down around here.
New Johnsonville's mayor, who once worked at the plant, worries that the secret formula stolen by China could make this plant obsolete and threaten his town's very existence.
Say it's the largest employer we have, and they pay good, and people have been working there forever, and it's real essential.
Last fall, 4 Chinese national companies were indicted here in Oakland in the DuPont white collar case. After a hearing, the company's attorneys told me in October their clients did not want to talk to me about this case. Walter Liu was convicted and is now serving time in a federal prison. Neither he nor his attorney returned multiple requests for comment. As for China, China's foreign ministry late last year called accusations that spies were committing economic espionage on their behalf, quote, slanderous.
And in the Silicon Valley?
In the Silicon Valley. This is the ground zero for it. 70% of the whole nation's. Billions of dollars at stake.
There's a lot of layers to this story.
There's a lot of layers to this story. It's a serious threat.
It's very good reporting. Thank you, Stephen. If you have a tip for Stephen Stock or anyone in our investigative unit, give us a call, 888-996-TIPS, or you can visit our website, nbcbayarea.com/investigations.
All right.